Hey there, Aquarius. Welcome to your reading for the week of May 12th. This week, you have this Sacred Journey card and this Rest and Endings card. Yeah, it definitely seems to be a good time for healing. I mean, basically everyone has had a healing, a bunch of healing stuff since like March. And it kind of makes sense because I think that, since November, we've had crazy ass energy that pretty much ended or started to end in March. And so, yeah, it makes sense that people are in this healing period and kind of healing from everything that we've gone through. And, really, I think things get better, things really get good once we get past the moon on May 26th of this month. But, things should start improving between now and then anyway. And so there definitely could be a lot of improvements coming in for you, which is good. And I like it here, Aquarius. You have the Two of Cups, the Hangman, and the Six of Wands. It's almost like, the Two of Cups could be love, but I always say that the Two of Cups is you and your higher self. It's really a card of communication. The Two of Cups, this right here is the Staff of Hermes right here in the middle. And the Staff of Hermes is Mercury, so it just represents communication. And this could be your higher self trying to communicate something to you. And I feel like you have this card that says wish upon a star coming up here, and I'm actually gonna look after this reading, but I'm pretty sure like a couple of years ago you kept getting this card with me. I even think that I titled a bunch of your readings wish upon a star because of this card. And it's almost like a question is popping into my head here for you, Aquarius. Like you are asking yourself, am I gonna get what I'm wishing for, right? Like that is the question that is popping into my head here. And I'm wondering if this is like a theme for you. I'm wondering if you have been wishing for something for a long time. And, it's like, sure, you could say everyone is always wishing for something, right? Yeah, sure. But this is different. I feel like this is something that is like a very specific focus. It's something like an aspect of your life that you have been focusing on a very deep level. And, I do feel like your higher self is trying to get your attention. I mean, we even go down to the Two of Wands here, and it's almost like your higher self is like saying you need to have the strength to leave a comfort zone, or, he has to do things he's never done before, which I'm pretty sure we always say to you, Aquarius. And so I would be kind of like taking those risks of putting yourself out there more, which always comes up. You have the Hangman. We are in a time of new perspectives, and the Hangman is hanging upside down. He's looking at things from a different perspective, which is the whole point of the card. And so it's an amazing time. Anything you're wishing for or anything you want in your life, looking at it from a different angle, a different perspective could be very helpful for you. I kind of do feel like you are maybe being enlightened to how you can have something that you wish for this week. And, he is hanging from the tree of knowledge and wisdom to gain enlightenment. And he has gained enlightenment. Now he just has to move forward. So it's almost like you have or are receiving the answers you need for something that you've been wishing for, something that you are like hoping will happen in your life. And yeah, I just feel like it's time to move forward. You even have the Six of Wands. You have two sixes here. We have the Six of Wands and the Six of Swords. If you've been watching me for a while, you know I love two sixes. Two sixes basically says you're going the right direction. You're on the right path. It's kind of like confirmation for your journey or the direction that you're moving in, Aquarius. And so I kind of feel that is confirmation. The Six of Wands is also like a victory. So whatever you're wishing for, it's like saying you can have it. It's like you will have a victory if you move towards this wish that you have. But I also think the reading is saying like you have to have the strength to make a move with the Strength card. The thing about the Strength card is that it's a card of like inner strength. And so, it can represent your mindset, the things that you say to yourself, your inner voice. And it's like usually those are the things we have to work on to get something that we're wishing for. With the Two of Cups, you have the Chariot, another card of a victory. So there could be a big victory coming in for you. Now, the Chariot is really a card of setting yourself apart. And the Two of Cups, those two people on the Two of Cups look very different. You and your higher self. And, it's like kind of the message I'm getting here is that you are having to get into alignment with your higher self because these two people look different on the card, right? So there might be some And definitely with the strength card, the strength card is inner work, and it can be you working on your personality, you working on your belief systems, you working on your habits and things like that. So like literally you are probably becoming a different person in some way here, Aquarius. Now this is probably going to be a long-term thing. Obviously, we don't change overnight. But, part of me feels like, so, like, to get something that you wish for, you do have to become a different person. It's like, obviously, if you don't have something right now, it's because, like, something is maybe off or out of balance, or you don't align with the thing that you want in some way. So I do feel this is more talking about you getting into alignment. With the Hangman, you have the Fool. Yeah, I mean, it's time to take a leap of faith. I can't even title your videos It's Time anymore because I've done it too much. But every single reading I do for you, Aquarius, has something that basically says it's like time to take the leap of faith. It's time to get moving forward. It's time to make something happen. So I would definitely take that leap of faith. It looks to me like things will be successful quickly. Eight of Wands is quick success, but, it's like you're going to have to make the move. With the Six of Wands, you have the Page of Pentacles. Yeah, Page of Pentacles, card of learning and studiousness, right? And so he can represent learning about things or going through a period of learning. He can also represent like new beginnings or something new. On top of that, with the Eight of Wands, he can represent good news. So if you are hoping or waiting for good news about something, you definitely could be getting good news with that Page of Pentacles. Next, in the area of what's coming in for you, you have this All That Glitters card and this Imagine card. I dropped it. So the All That Glitters card says that all that glitters might not be gold. The Imagine card, that girl, it's kind of hard to see on the Imagine card, but there's a girl and she's dragging the moon down to earth. So it's about kind of, bringing a dream down to earth. I kind of feel that the All That Glitters card is saying that, it's like, nothing is perfect, basically. Anything we want to do, there are going to be things that we don't want to do. It's like if you want to have a business, like, I don't want to have to deal with taxes, right? But you have to do it if you're going to have a business, right? Luckily, I have an accountant, so I basically don't even have to deal with it. But, so there are ways around it. But, the All That Glitters card says, there are things sometimes that you have to kind of like put up with, and if you really want something, and I kind of get the feeling that that's what that card is saying. It's like saying you have to take the good with the bad, or the bad with the good, or whatever you want to say. And it doesn't mean it's bad. It just means, sometimes, things aren't perfect. And I feel this is saying that. You have the Six of Swords, the Strength card, and the Eight of Wands. I really get a feeling that you are ready here, Aquarius. I kind of feel like this is saying you've been through a lot of healing with the Strength card. You've developed a lot of strength. And, Six of Swords is moving on to calmer shores. And they are traveling through these choppy waters for the hopes of a brighter future. And I feel a lot of you are kind of moving towards a brighter future, but I feel a lot of like work that went into this, like a lot of work on yourself, a lot of work on your beliefs and, all that other stuff. So it's like you've done a lot of development, and the Strength card is definitely a card of personal development. So I feel that you are ready is pretty much what this is saying, which all your readings have been saying. And, I think maybe you just need to realize it. You have the Strength card again. I get a lot of stuff on the Strength card. The Strength card is your opposite sign, Leo, here, Aquarius, as well. So a lot of you, and we have Mars in Leo, so a lot of you, even though you are not a Leo, yes, I understand that. I understand that I'm reading for Aquarius. But what I would say is that I feel that you could be working with that Leo energy. I mean, even that All That Glitters card, right, has these two masks on it, right? So the thing about Leo is they love attention. And maybe this Strength card is about you getting attention. I say it all the time that Pluto in Aquarius is going to be about you getting attention. And the other thing is that if I were an Aquarius, something that I would be looking at is if I am trying to get attention, like let's say you are doing things to like try to stand out in work or try to stand out in business or in love or whatever, I would really, really look at it and be honest with yourself and say like, am I doing the right things to stand out? I don't know. Maybe you are, maybe you aren't, but you're going to have to look at that yourself. She is standing out for the right reasons. She is standing out because of her strength. The lion represents her inner voice or her inner critic, but it has its tail between its legs here, and it is submitting to her. And so she is in control of her inner voice. I always say, who in their right mind would stick their hands in a lion's mouth? The answer is nobody. So I feel for, really, where I was going with that is she's getting attention for doing something crazy, for putting her strength on display. And I feel a lot of you, it's like time to get more attention, time to put your strength on display. You have the Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands is quick success or quick conclusion. We see a lot of victory cards already in this reading without even clarifying any more. So whatever you're thinking about, or whatever, I kind of feel this could be like something you've been wishing for, and it's like saying, yeah, this wish, I think you have the question in the first row, like, can this wish come true? And I feel this row is saying, like, yeah, you can absolutely have what you are wishing for. I feel the trick for Aquarius with the Eight of Wands, and I've probably said this to you a million times before, is pointing in one direction. The Eight of Wands, we cannot pull in two directions or more, right? We only have to focus in one direction with the Eight of Wands, and if we do that, we will find success. If we're pulling in two directions or more directions, then we are just going to be pulling like this, like a tug of war with ourselves. And so the Eight of Wands wants you to focus only on what you want and to act as if you can have what you want. And if you do that, you will get it. We see a ton of cards here about your words. Page of Pentacles, Strength card, Knight of Swords, this card. So I would definitely keep a close eye on your words, like the things that you say to yourself, the things that, how you talk to yourself, how you talk about yourself to other people. And I would keep it positive with that Eight of Wands, of course. With the Six of Swords, you have the Sun. Amazing, because we have the Queen of Wands right next to the Sun. The Queen of Wands, the sunflower points towards the Sun. And so she kind of wants to move towards the Sun, which the Sun could be anything, really. It could be her inner happiness, love, joy, happiness. It could be something that she desires to accomplish. And so I feel that a lot of you, by moving on to calmer shores, could be moving towards the Sun. With the Strength card, you have the Judgment card. I feel like you always get the Judgment card with me as well. I'm pretty sure that you do. The Judgment card is about letting go of your old life. Definitely a major transition time for Aquarius. It's kind of like, this year, 2020, what year are we in? I don't even know. 2025. This year is kind of like the year for Pisces to move, which is interesting. But I kind of think that a lot of you Aquarians, it wouldn't surprise me if you either have moved this year or are like thinking about moving, for example. You could also just be making a move, like changing positions in your job, or getting a new job, or getting a new career. So, I think movement is something that's popping into my head with this card. The Judgment card, we don't really think as a card of moving, but you have the Chariot, Eight of Wands, and the Two of Wands, which are definitely cards of moving or making a move in your life. The Judgment card is your higher self angel, is calling you up to let go of your old life and to step into your new life. So a lot of you could be kind of like making those moves. With the Eight of Wands, you have the Four of Cups. It's like fear is the thing that you have to get out of your head here, Aquarius. I mean, you have the Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups is overthinking something, which you always get. I mean, literally since I started my channel 10 years ago now, you have been getting the Seven of Cups. So I feel that, he has tried to manifest something at least 3 times before, and he's afraid of accepting this new cup because he has been disappointed before with the same thing. And I feel this could be about facing something that could potentially be a disappointment, but probably won't be if you make the move based off this reading. It's like, this could be anything. It's like, it could be love, could be business, could be work. It's like, I really feel there's something you're wishing for, which we're going to talk about in your next row. There's something you're wishing for, but you're also maybe resisting it a little bit. And I feel this is saying, get over yourself, right? There's no other way to say it. Next, in the area of messages from your future self, you have this Wish Upon a Star card and the Shining Through card. When I grabbed that Wish Upon a Star card, it was more popping into my head as a question that you have. Like, will I ever get what I'm wishing for, or can I have what I'm wishing for? That's more the energy I was getting off of it. The Shining Through card is about, like, it basically says there's something, and we see a lot of shining energy in this reading. Sun, Queen of Wands. So it's like, and even the Fool and the Hangman. It's like there's clearly some sort of like core essence. I feel like this is the core of the card here, and it's shining. It's like there's something that you really want, and there's a bunch of fluff around it, kind of like this flower on the card. And I feel like it's almost like you could just go straight towards something. I don't really have any good examples for you. I used to know a person who had a YouTube channel, and I used to tell them things. I used to tell them things. Like, I would say, like, do this, do that. And they used to say to me all the time, used to drive me crazy, but this is my own problem, not their problem, right? That they would say, well, I'm going to build it this way because, like, I feel like I have to level up or something like that. Like, they would take these steps towards growing their channel where they wouldn't just jump to the thing that actually works. They kind of would take these little stepping stones. And, not a criticism or anything like that, but it's like they could have just cut out the fluff, right? And just gone straight to the finish line. And that's almost the feeling I get here with this card. It's like saying, there's no reason to put like these obstacles in front of you. And I think we do this as humans, right? Just in the first place. We think, we doubt ourselves. We doubt our strength or inner strength when we could just cut straight to the finish line. And I don't know. That's like the feeling I get with that card. You have the Queen of Wands, Seven of Cups, and the Two of Wands. A lot of Queen of Wands energy coming up for everyone. I have a feeling this will continue at least for the next, at least 3 years, maybe a little bit longer. I would actually say until like 2029. So like 3 years from 2026, I think this energy will continue. We have Saturn moving into Aries with Neptune next year. Neptune is in Aries right now, but Neptune is going to retrograde back into Pisces before officially moving back in on January 26th of next year. It's very much a Queen of Wands kind of energy. Neptune is murkiness, not being sure what to do. I think it's a blessing that we have Saturn going in at the same time. I would be much, much more concerned about Neptune and Aries if we didn't have Saturn going in at exactly the same time, basically, because I think Saturn will give us that like discipline and will cut through the noise and the crap and the confusion of Neptune in Aries. But I think for a lot of people that, we're kind of in a time where we have to learn as we go. And the Queen of Wands is about having the confidence to start something without knowing what the outcome is and learning as you go. So makes perfect sense to me. You have the Seven of Cups. I mean, every single reading, Aquarius, you get the Seven of Cups. And Seven of Cups is being spoiled for choice. Now, sometimes I feel this is a good card. Sometimes I feel it can be a challenge. It's not necessarily bad, but I think it can be bad if he's not moving, right? He is just kind of like assuming how something is going to go. He's dreaming about a dream, and he's looking at all the good things and bad things that could happen. There are good things and bad things in these cups. But really, he doesn't know how something is going to go until he does it. And, that's the major theme for you, has been for at least a year, maybe longer for you, Aquarius, that, really you have to see how far you can go with something. And it's like but I also feel the universe is basically saying, I'm not going to give you the answers. You have to find out. This is part of your journey. And so I would say go for whatever it is that you're thinking about going for. You have the Two of Wands, same thing. Two of Wands, the story of the card is that he rushed to a finish line and he didn't enjoy the journey. And now he thinks he knows how everything is going to go. But, he's looking at a very limited perspective. He's looking out here. He's not looking right here at the world that is in his hands. So really, there is a variety, there is a bunch of different ways that things can go if he gets into the world and explores. So it's like, life is not static. And I feel this is encouraging you to go have more experiences, right? With the Queen of Wands, you have the Page of Cups. Yeah, I mean, there's a little bit of love here if you want it. So, someone in the Queen of Wands, the card of seduction. So if you're looking for love, I would definitely get out there and get attention with the Page of Cups. With the Seven of Cups, you have the Four of Wands, more love. You could be wondering, if you are interested in a person or interested in finding love, you could be wondering, like, will I find a person that I can commit to? Is this just a fantasy? You could be thinking, like, maybe you have a fantasy around love and you're just thinking, like, is it actually possible to have what I want, or is it just a fantasy? And I don't know. You're going to have to find out, right? You're going to have to go on the adventure of love to figure it out. The Four of Wands is also a card of freedom. And, you have to, the Four of Wands, we usually have to complete one thing, cross through this threshold right here, and go celebrate on the other side. So there could be, especially with the Judgment card, there could be certain things that you have to like wrap up. These could be personal projects, things that you're working on, things that you're creating so that you can kind of cross through that threshold and have a celebration, right? With the Two of Wands, you have the King of Pentacles. It's like King of Pentacles isn't bad either, but he is somewhat too secure. I like the King of Pentacles, card of wealth, card of abundance, great for love as well, can represent a person who really wants something long term. My problem with the King of Pentacles is that he is the card of convention. He does what always works. And now there isn't anything wrong with that either. But the problem is when he becomes a dinosaur, when he is refusing to innovate. In Pluto and Aquarius, you have to be innovating. So I would say in all areas of your life, like, my rule with the King of Pentacles is that 80% of the time, do what works. 20% of the time, experiment. See if you can come up with something else or a different way of doing things, or see if you can learn something new or something different. And I feel if you do that, then things will go very well. Next, in the area of the good stuff, you have this abundance card and the celebration card, really good. So there could be an abundance of celebrations like waiting for you on the other side of something. I feel this need to like play bigger, or to, it's like, I don't know, there's like something about it. It's like, maybe it's almost as if you're like a 40-year-old that is playing in t-ball, when you should be joining the big leagues here, Aquarius. And, so that's like what I feel here. It's almost like you could be playing bigger in something. This could include like in work or business, needing to take bigger risks or needing to put yourself out there more. And that's definitely what I would encourage you to do with these two cards, although it's coming up in the good stuff. You have the Knight of Swords, Ten of Wands, and the Page of Wands. Knight of Swords normally I don't like because he is being too hasty, but in the good stuff, this could definitely represent like a person where you get into a relationship or something in the future and it moves very quickly, but it's coming up in the good stuff, so it could be like good quick, not bad quick, so I do like to see that. I also feel that you could be building more momentum. This is my card of momentum. The Chariot and the Eight of Wands also represent building momentum, like getting things to speed up. So a lot of you could be creating more momentum in your lives. You have the Ten of Wands. Ten of Wands is about carrying a heavy burden, but in the good stuff, it would kind of say that you are about to release a burden. He's about to reach his home here. And the Ten of Wands could say that you are about to have a harvest in some area of your life, which is good. The other good thing about this and the good stuff is that you could be releasing responsibilities that don't belong to you. So it's like if you've been carrying burdens of other people, you could be letting those things go and creating an improvement that way, which would be great. You have the Page of Wands, more adventure. You have all these pages here, but the Page of Wands, he moves towards his enthusiasm. He moves towards his excitement. I always say this is the time that we're in, and it doesn't make sense. People might call us a fool for the things that we are doing right now. I also tell people to be careful of who you're telling what to as well, because if you have some sort of plan for your life, people are going to tell you it doesn't make sense, or people are going to try to talk you out of it, because people can't see it. They can't see our inner world, strength card. So I feel we are definitely in a time where we have to, it's like if we feel a desire to move towards something, we should just do it and see what happens and not worry about what anyone is going to think. And, that's what I feel there. With the Knight of Swords, yes, you have the Two of Wands. Like the second you take this leap of faith, things are really going to take off for you here, Aquarius. So I feel this is saying take that leap of faith because things are going to blast off. With the Ten of Wands, you have the Queen of Swords. Yes, very good. You could finally be seeing what your problem is here, Aquarius. That's kind of the feeling I get. She only has clouds halfway up her body, and she can see clearly for the first time. I kind of feel like you're seeing what's slowing you down in life, or it's like you're seeing the things that are not allowing you to progress or move forward. It's almost like you're starting to say no. It's like you're saying no to the people, places, and things that really take up too much of your time and don't allow for progress. With the Page of Wands, you have the Temperance card. Yeah, Temperance is patience, but I feel that this could be the wish, whatever you're wishing for. You've been patient is what that would be saying to me, and now you could be getting what you wish for. So, love it. That looks amazing for you, Aquarius. You have this coins card. It says, money will be coming to you. Love it. Making it rain. Look at those coins on the card are kind of like raining down on the card, and that is good. You have this tankard card. It says celebration, fun, and enjoyment. You have a bunch of cards here of celebration or celebrating something. So I feel that a lot of you could be just having a celebration or having fun with people. You have this V card. It says victory in some endeavor. Yes, this is working very well with the reading. Chariot is a victory. The Eight of Wands can be a victory, and you have this victory card. You have this yoke card that says feeling tied down or frustrated. 7 of Cups. It's like once you make your move, whatever, once you make this move, I think things will really take off. And so it's like, I feel that the frustration is from not, from a lack of progress. But really all you have to do is take a leap of faith out of a comfort zone with that 2 of Wands, and things will start moving forward. You have this ear card that says good news. The Page of Pentacles can represent good news. So there clearly could be good news coming in. But this looks pretty good. I feel it's very simple. It's like you're asking this question about a wish. Very simple reading. So thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your week.